All right, gather round, dwellers. It's story time. And today, I'm telling you how I adopted the weirdest, smallest, sassiest shadow creature I've ever met, my cat, Appy. So picture this, baby me. First apartment. Lonely. In desperate need of emotional support, and a gremlin to knock things off counters at 3 a.m. Naturally, I did what any sane person would do. I went on eBay to find a cat, yes. eBay. Not a shelter. Not a breeder, just straight up online bargain hunting for a future soulmate. Turns out, cats are expensive. Like, do I get rent or a feline today? Kind of expensive. I was scrolling through cats priced between $500 and $800 like I was trying to adopt royalty. But then, on day 2 of this chaotic search, I found something that sounded like a fairy tale or the start of a Netflix crime doc. A circus nearby was giving away cats. I messaged the eBay seller instantly. They told me they'd only be in town that day, and then the cats were leaving with them. Cue immediate panic mode. I called work. Hi. Can I take today off to go meet a circus cat? Surprisingly, they said yes. I rushed to the train station, buzzing with excitement and dread. Because here's the thing, the word circus has 2 vibes, fun for kids, or mysterious and possibly haunted. And when I got close to the circus, I froze. It was a giant tent. There were llamas, camels, and I swear something hissed in the distance that was not a cat. I stood outside like, is this how people die in horror movies? Then, out of nowhere, a woman in a corset and face makeup appears. She looked like an acrobat or maybe someone who'd ask me to sign a magical contract. She waves at me like she knows I'm the one looking for a cat. At this point, I've fully committed, so I follow her. She leads me to a caravan parked beside the tent. As I get closer, I smell danger. It reeked of cat poop and despair. I genuinely thought, there's no way there are living cats in there. She opens the door, and wow, the floor was covered in poop, old food, and it was crawling with cats. Some were missing eyes. A few were limping. It was like walking into a post-apocalyptic cat bunker. Neither of us said anything. I stood there, horrified. She just let me absorb the trauma. I didn't know if I could take any of them. But then, in the corner, there was a tiny, silent, jet-black kitten. Not crying. Not meowing. Just watching me. Her head looked too big for her body, but I had a feeling that was Appy. I put her in the fancy new carrier box. She didn't resist. She didn't react. Just sat there like a mini void. We got on the train. I remember staring at her, thinking, did I just rescue a cat, or make a terrible life choice? People were peeking into the box like I had an alien in there. Eventually, she let out the tiniest mew, like a baby demon discovering its voice. It was so quiet, but weirdly comforting. We made it home. She stepped out, looked around, and just claimed the place. Didn't chew anything. Didn't break stuff. Just followed me. Instantly. Even now, 11 years later, she still follows me when I come home like a little shadow. Now, fast forward. 3 years ago. I went out to party. Big mistake. An Airbnb guest forgot to close the door. Appy escaped. I freaked out, spent days searching, crying, hanging flyers. It was the coldest winter we'd had in years, and this tiny indoor cat had never been outside before. After 2 weeks, I was heartbroken. I was thinking about giving up. Maybe getting a new cat. Then, one day I walk into the kebab shop across the street. Just needed comfort food. There's a construction worker chatting with a kebab guy. He casually mentions, oh yeah, there's this tiny black cat in our storage unit across the road. Plays with some of the guys. Excuse me? I looked at him like he just dropped a bombshell. That cat was Appy. He thought she was a kitten. She's just naturally tiny like a little dwarf. So I follow him, he's way too chill about it, to the storage room. We didn't see her right away. I left food in her carrier box inside. Later that day, the workers call me, "She's in the box." I sprinted back. She was eating inside, weak and bony. I closed the box. She hissed at me like I was the villain in her side quest. She had lost so much weight, could barely walk. For days, she slept on my arms and my keyboard. Sometimes she'd jolt awake, meow in pain, and fall back asleep. I thought she wouldn't make it. But she did. After I got Appy, things were good for a while. But life started crashing again. I was making bad decisions, drinking a lot, wandering around outside, drunk and kind of gone. I didn't know why I was doing half the things I did. I was just numb. Then came the lowest point. I had a massive fight with an online group I was really connected to, my safe space, my sanctuary. It turned out to be toxic. Losing them felt like losing the last piece holding me together. I hit rock bottom, and I attempted suicide. Looking back, I know it was a horrible decision. But at the time, it felt like the only one I had left. I used to self-harm a lot too. I still have the scars on my arms. That night, while I was overdosing, something happened. Appy saved me. She went absolutely crazy. Meowing nonstop. Loud and frantic. My neighbor heard her through the walls. That's how I got rescued. I woke up in the hospital. Therapy came next. It wasn't perfect. I was still broken, still closed off. But one day, the therapist said, "Maybe you should get a dog. It helps people feel needed." I didn't think much of it, but I gave it a shot. That's when Spike came into my life. He's part Labrador and some other breed. I genuinely don't know. He's got a floppy ear, big eyes, and a face that just screams "please give treat." He was pretty young when I got him, but I don't know exactly how old he was. Still don't. But I do know one thing. He's from Romania, and he loves trash. I'm serious. If there's anything remotely edible within reach, Spike will find it and inhale it like a raccoon on a mission. He's incredibly sweet with humans, but really skittish around other dogs. Water though, he loves it. Splashing, playing, getting soaked, pure joy. Only downside? Wet food. It messes him up. Vomiting, upset stomach, the works. So yeah, he's a kibble-only king. The funny part? When I first brought him home, he was terrified of Appy. This big dog, easily 5 times her size, backed away from his own food bowl the moment Appy sniffed it. She just stared at him like, "You live here now?" Pathetic. And he laid down in front of her like a defeated knight. But eventually, they became a duo. An odd one, but a powerful one, even sleeping together in one bed curling up. Now, I take Spike with me when I travel. He's been by my side through everything, my walks, my breakdowns, my little road trips. He's a better co-pilot than any human I've ever known. Having both of them, Appy and Spike, changed everything. They made me feel needed. And that feeling is everything. I've been hurt a lot. By people. By groups I trusted. That's why I build walls, but these two? They climbed over them. Most people don't get me. But that's fine. This is my life now. Streaming, creating, telling my story, it's my new path. My new destiny. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. So yeah, that's how I got a cat from a literal circus. Lost her to a door left open, and found her thanks to a kebab guy and a random construction worker. Appy's still here. Still small. Still judging me like it's her full-time job. If you've got questions, want to share your own wild pet stories, or just say hi to the queen herself, leave a comment below. Thanks for listening, dwellers. See you in the next one.